Hello makers, my name is Kelly, this is Kelly Anderson Studio, and today we're making vision jars. Chances are good that you have all heard of vision boards. They're very popular right now. I am a huge proponent of them. They are great for staying focused on your goals and manifesting the things that you want for your life. The thing about vision boards is they are time consuming. They take a lot of time to collect all of the images that you want to put on your board. What doesn't take a very long time is going around your house and gathering up things that you already have that can represent goals you have for the year, things you want to accomplish for the year. So I decided to make what I'm calling a vision jar. Obviously, the first step is gathering up the things you want to put in your jar. At first, I was going to go to Michael's and buy all these things, and then I realized I had everything I needed for this year. I started by putting some white sand in the bottom of the jar, and then some stones that I had laying around. Both of these were for some plants that I repotted that I wasn't using. This elephant is from a necklace, and I have this huge lofty goal to go to Thailand and stay at an elephant sanctuary. So the elephant has a place in my jar as a way to help me stay focused on that. This little piece of driftwood, this little twig, is really only supposed to represent nature and the fact that in 2019 I want more of it. More hiking, more adventures, more travel. I have bottle caps hanging on a magnetic bulletin board from drinks friends have when they're here. This one says, "I am happy," on the inner part of it. So I put that in there so that every time I look at the jar, it has a big reminder right in the middle of it to be happy, to work towards happiness. What you guys put in this jar is completely personal and totally up to you, and needs to have things that represent what you want for your year. Now I'm putting in a shell that I found on the beach. It's the same as the little bit of driftwood. It is meant to remind me to go out and get more nature. Okay, here's my favorite part of the jar. This is a tumbled piece of citrine. It is a stone or crystal that is really good for stimulating optimism and decisiveness. It's good for creativity, mental clarity, but it's really good for manifestation. So I am putting it in my jar to help me manifest these things that I want for 2019. Then I found these little washer things that I had in some scrapbooking supplies that have a word on each of them. I believe the words were dream, inspire, and create. So I hung them at alternating lengths on the lid to my jar so that when I hang it, and you'll see it later, they're suspended within the jar instead of down within the mess of other things. You'll see. Now I'm taking some paper from a bag that came with some purchases, and I'm writing things on them. Now this is completely up to you, just like everything else about these jars. Write what you want. Put it out there in the universe. Tell it the things that you want for the year, for your life, whatever. You can do these monthly. It's New Year's Eve for me right now. I did this yesterday. I wanted this for the new year. So on the first piece of paper, I wrote places that I want to go. I think I wrote Seattle and Vancouver, BC, San Francisco, Montana, and then Thailand. I roll it up. I put a piece of washi on it. For the travel one, I used washi that was specifically for travel. It was a map. So get as into this as you can. Use as much as you can to represent the things so that you are putting it out there as clearly stated as possible for what you want for your life. I put it in there, get it all situated, and then I move on to the next one. One piece of important advice: when you are making these, have a positive attitude. Making this sort of thing when you're bogged down in negativity and feeling like it is an exercise in futility or these things are never going to happen for you, sort of defeats the purpose. Whereas if you are maybe filled with a little bit of hope and positivity as you do this, and you're excited and you believe these things are going to happen for you, that is really going to help in this entire process of helping manifest the things that you want for your life. So for this bigger piece, I am basically writing a mantra, something that I want to say every morning and throughout the day to help me stay focused, to attract certain things to my life, to bring my energy up to a certain vibration that helps attract those things. So saying things like, I am surrounded by wealth and abundance, helps bring those things to you. Saying that you are grateful, saying that you are a magnet for miracles, those sorts of things. Just write yourself a mantra. I think if I make another one of these in the future, I'll use a bigger jar and maybe some colored sand. I found some on Amazon. I will try to link it below in case you want to use some pretty colored sand instead of plain old white, or if you just need sand, period. I would recommend that you don't use sand from outside or from a planter that's wet. I think it's best if it's dry. If you put wet sand in here and close your jar, you're probably going to get mold and gross things like that. So new sand, dry sand. But again, I took some from a planter that had an air plant in it, so it doesn't get wet. So this one that I just put in had words for the year like health, happiness, success, love, things like that. Just make a list of words that you want to come into your life for the year. And then this last one were some purchases that I hope to make for the year, like an iPad Pro and a new printer and a new camera and plane tickets. So do as many as you want, as many as will fit, totally up to you. Come up with new ideas and things to write on yours. Make them pretty or don't. Again, all of this is absolutely personal to you. I just tweaked things a little bit, got them how I wanted, and putting the lid on. So there you have it. This is my vision jar for 2019. If you make one, please let me know. I would love to see it. You can also find me on Instagram at Kelly Anderson Studio. Tag me, show me a photo. That would be awesome. And then place this bad boy where you meditate or where you'll see it all the time and you can be reminded of your goals. Okay, I hope your 2019 is amazing. Go make something.